One, I want to thank you all for coming. You've been very helpful and very cooperative, and we appreciate it. To my left, Mr. Colin Stretch is the General Counsel for Facebook. Thank you very much for coming. Mr. Sean Edgett is Acting General Counsel for Twitter. Mr. Richard Salgado is the Director of Law Enforcement and Information Security at Google. Rather than reading your resumes, I'm sure you got these jobs because you're very good at what you do. Mr. Stretch.
Chairman Graham, Ranking Member Whitehouse, and distinguished members of the subcommittee, thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. My name is Colin Stretch, and since July 2013, I have served as the General Counsel of Facebook. We appreciate your hard work as you continue to seek more effective ways to combat crime, terrorism, and all other threats to our national security. We are deeply concerned about all of these threats. At Facebook, we create innovative technology that gives people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. We're proud that over 2 billion people around the world come to Facebook every month to share with friends and family, to learn about new products and services, to volunteer or donate to organizations they care about, and to help out in a crisis. Being at the forefront of technology also means being at the forefront of new legal, security, and policy challenges. Our teams come to work every day to confront these challenges head-on. Thousands of Facebook employees around the world work to make Facebook a place where both personal expression and personal safety are protected and respected. I'm here today to address two important issues for our platform and others like it: the threat of extremist content and the efforts by foreign actors to interfere with the 2016 election. Keeping people safe on Facebook is critical to our mission. And there is no place on Facebook for terrorism or hate. We remove terrorists and posts that support terrorism as soon as we become aware of them. And in the rare cases when we uncover evidence of imminent harm, we promptly inform authorities. While there are challenges to fighting terrorism, we think technology and Facebook can be part of the solution. We also believe we have an important role to play in the democratic process and a responsibility to protect it on our platform. When it comes to the 2016 election, I want to be clear. We take what happened on Facebook very seriously. The foreign interference we saw is reprehensible. That foreign actors hiding behind fake accounts abused our platform and other internet services to try to sow division and discord and to try to undermine the election is directly contrary to our values and goes against everything Facebook stands for. We build tools to help people connect, and we recognize that Facebook has become an important tool for political engagement and debate. Our goal is to bring people closer together. These foreign actors sought to drive people apart. In our investigation, which continues to this day, we have found that foreign actors used fake accounts to place ads on Facebook and Instagram that reached millions of Americans over a 2-year period, and that those ads were used to promote pages which in turn posted more content. People shared these posts, spreading them still further. Many of these ads and posts are inflammatory. Some are downright offensive, and much of it will be particularly painful to communities that engaged with this content believing it to be authentic. They have every right to expect more from us, and we are determined to do better. In aggregate, these ads and posts were a very small fraction of the overall content on Facebook, but any amount is too much. All of these accounts and pages violated our policies, and we removed them. And going forward, we're making significant investments. We're hiring more ad reviewers, doubling or more our security engineering efforts, putting in place tighter ad content restrictions, launching new tools to improve ad transparency, and requiring more information from political ad buyers. We're building artificial intelligence to help locate more banned content and bad actors. We are working more closely with industry to share information on how to identify and prevent threats so that we can all respond faster and more effectively. And we are expanding our efforts to work with law enforcement. We know bad actors aren't going to stop their efforts. We know we'll all have to keep learning and improving to stay ahead of them. That's why I want to thank you for this investigation. We look forward to the conclusions you will ultimately share with the American public, and I look forward to your questions.
Chairman Graham, Ranking Member Whitehouse, and members of the committee, Twitter understands the importance of the committee's inquiry into extremist content and Russian disinformation in the 2016 election, and we appreciate the opportunity to appear here today. The events underlying this hearing have been deeply concerning to our company and the broader Twitter community. We are committed to providing a service that fosters and facilitates free and open democratic debate and that promotes positive change in the world. We are troubled by reports that power of Twitter was misused by a foreign actor for the purpose of influencing the US presidential election and undermining public faith in the democratic process. The abuse of our platform to attempt state-sponsored manipulation of elections is a new challenge for us, and one that we are determined to meet. Today, we intend to show the committee how serious we are about addressing this new threat by explaining the work we are doing to understand what happened and to ensure it does not happen again. At the time of the 2016 election, we observed instances and acted on them of automated and malicious activity. As we learned more about the scope of the broader problem, we resolved to strengthen our systems going forward. Elections continue all the time, so our first priority was to do all we could to block and remove malicious activity from interfering with our users' experience. We created dedicated teams within Twitter to enhance the quality of the information our users see and to block malicious activity wherever and whenever we find it. Those teams continue to work every day to ensure Twitter remains a safe, open, transparent, and positive platform. We have also launched a retrospective review to find Russian efforts to influence the 2016 election through automation, coordinated activity, and advertising. While that review is still underway, we have made the decision to share what we know today in the interest of transparency and out of appreciation for the urgency of this matter. We do so recognizing that our findings may be supplemented as we work with committee staff and other companies, discover more facts, and gain a greater understanding of these events. My written testimony details the methodology and current findings of the retrospective review in detail. We studied tweets from the period September 1 to November 15, 2016. During that time, we did find automated and coordinated activity of interest. We determined that the number of accounts we could link to Russia and that were tweeting election-related content was comparatively small, around 1/100% of the total Twitter accounts at the time we studied. 1/3 of 1% of election-related tweets people saw came from Russian-linked automated accounts. We did, however, observe instances where Russian-linked activity was more pronounced, and we have uncovered more accounts linked to the Russian-based Internet Research Agency as a result of our review. We also determined that advertising by Russia Today and 7 small accounts was related to the election and violated either the policies that existed at the time or that have since been implemented. We have banned all of those users as advertisers, and we will donate that revenue to academic research into the use of Twitter during elections and for civic engagement. We are making meaningful improvements based on our findings. Last week, we announced industry-leading changes to our advertising policies that will help protect our platform from unwanted content. We are also enhancing our safety policies, sharpening our tools for stopping malicious activity, and increasing transparency to promote public understanding of all of these areas. These improvements will further our efforts to fight both terrorist content and disinformation. We will continue confronting these challenges for as long as malicious actors seek to abuse our systems, and we will need to evolve to stay ahead of new tactics. We have heard the concerns about Russian actors' use of Twitter to disrupt the 2016 election and about our commitment to addressing this issue. Twitter believes that any activity of that kind, regardless of magnitude, is unacceptable, and we agree we must do better to prevent it. We hope that our appearance today and the description of the work we have undertaken demonstrates our commitment to working with you, our industry partners, and other stakeholders to ensure that the experience of 2016 never happens again. Cooperation to combat this challenge is essential. We cannot defeat this evolving shared threat alone. As with most technology-based threats, the best approach is to combine information and ideas to increase our collective knowledge. Working within the broader community, we will continue to test, to learn, to share, and to improve so that our product remains effective and safe. I look forward to answering your questions.
Chairman Graham, Ranking Member White House, distinguished members of the subcommittee, thank you for inviting us to participate in today's hearing and for your leadership on these challenging and important issues. My name is Richard Salgado. As Director of Law Enforcement and Information Security at Google, I work with the thousands of people across teams at Google tasked with protecting the security of our network and user data. Previously, I had the honor of serving with the Computer Crime and Intellectual Property section at the Department of Justice, focusing on computer network crimes and other crimes such as hacking. Google's services provide real benefits to our society. We recognize, however, that our services can be misused. State-sponsored attackers are particularly pernicious. They are well-resourced, they are sophisticated, they are patient, and often by design, they are difficult to recognize. Protecting our platforms from state-sponsored interference is a challenge we began tackling long before the 2016 presidential election. We've dedicated significant resources to help protect our platforms from such attacks by maintaining cutting-edge defensive systems and by building advanced security tools directly into our consumer products. We also have a range of tools to detect and prevent bad actors from engaging in artificially amplifying content on our platforms. YouTube, for example, uses an array of signals to catch those who try to artificially inflate the view counts of their videos or the number of subscribers on their channels. With respect to the 2016 election, we've been looking across our products to understand whether individuals who appear to be connected to government-backed entities were disseminating information in the U.S. for the purpose of interfering with the election. This was based on research conducted by Alphabet's Jigsaw Group, the investigatory work of our information security teams, and on leads provided by other companies. Our review included a broad review of all ads from June 15th until the election last November that were categorized as potentially political by our systems and had even the loosest connection to Russia, such as a Russian IP address, billing address, or Russian currency. We found 2 accounts that appeared to be engaged in activity associated with known or suspected government-backed entities. The 2 accounts spent roughly $4,700 in connection with the 2016 election. Our investigation also focused on other platforms. On YouTube, we found 18 channels with approximately 1,100 videos that were uploaded by individuals who we suspect are associated with this effort and that contained political content. These videos mostly had low view counts. Just 3% of them had more than 5,000 views and constituted only around 43 hours of YouTube content. While this is relatively small, people watch over 1 billion hours of YouTube content a day, 400 hours of content are uploaded every minute, we understand that any misuse of our platforms for this purpose can be very serious. The YouTube videos were not targeted to any particular segment of the U.S. population, as that's not a feature available in YouTube, but we did observe that links to these videos were frequently posted to other social media platforms. We believe that the relatively limited amount of activity we found is a result of the safeguards that we had in place in advance of the election. Google's products also don't lend themselves to the kind of targeting or viral dissemination that these actors seem to prefer, but we are committed to continuing to improve our existing security measures to help prevent that kind of abuse. As part of our commitment, we are making our political advertising more transparent, easier for users to understand, and even more secure. In 2018, we will release a transparency report for election ads and pair that with a library of election and ad content that will be accessible to researchers. Going forward, users will be able to find the name of any advertiser running an election-related ad on Search, YouTube, or Google Display Network with one click on an icon above the ad. And we will be increasing the safeguards in place to ensure users are in compliance with our ad policies and laws covering election ads. On the topic of extremist content, we've developed rigorous policies and programs to make sure the use of our platforms to spread hate or incite violence more prohibited. We use a mixture of technology and human review to enforce our guidelines and continue to invest in this approach. We are committed to doing our part and recognize that we must work together across government, civil society, and the private sector to address these complex issues at their root. We look forward to continuing to work with this committee as it takes on this important issue. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you.